Did you know that a huge number, something like 70% of adults over 60, are dealing with high blood pressure?
It really is a staggering statistic.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What if there's something powerful, something natural, maybe already sitting in your kitchen?
Exactly, and that's what we're diving into.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into exactly that. We'll explore 4 really quite remarkable Vietnamese herbs, things that could naturally help you manage blood pressure. Now, this isn't about throwing out your doctor's advice or medications, not at all.
No, definitely not. It's about enhancing care.
Right, enhancing it by blending that sort of time-tested wisdom with, modern science. So let's get into it.
And this is where Vietnamese traditional medicine, VTM, it really offers such profound insights. We have this saying,
Oh, yeah.
Thuc Num Chek Thup Buck Chalinging. Basically, it means Southern medicine treats the root, Northern medicine treats the symptoms.
Treats the root. I like that.
Exactly. And the 4 herbs we're looking at today, garlic, turmeric, artichoke, and hibiscus, they really embody this. They don't just paper over the symptoms. They work at a more fundamental level, supporting your whole cardiovascular system.
So more holistic.
Precisely. And throughout this deep dive, you'll find out how these herbs help with healthy blood pressure, what the safe dosages look like based on research, and really crucially, how you can combine them safely if you're already taking medications.
That safety part is key. Absolutely.
Our mission here is really to give you a clear, straightforward path to being well-informed about natural ways to support your heart health.
Great. Okay, let's kick things off with, maybe surprising kitchen hero. Something used for like over 1,000 years in Vietnamese homes. Garlic. Or thyme.
Yes.
It's way more than just flavoring, isn't it? And some of the clinical studies are, they're pretty compelling.
They really are quite remarkable. The science behind it is quite elegant, actually. When you crush or chop fresh garlic, it releases this powerful sulfur compound, allicin.
Allicin, right.
And allicin acts as a kind of natural ACE inhibitor. It's a similar idea to some blood pressure medications.
So it helps the blood vessels.
Exactly. Think of your blood vessels like pipes. Allicin helps them relax, widen up a bit.
Okay.
So the blood flows more freely and the pressure naturally comes down. It's like gently unclogging a garden hose in a way.
That's a great analogy, and there's solid proof for this.
Oh, yes. There was a significant study, quite large, with about 300 adults over 60, all with stage 1 hypertension. They took aged garlic extract every day for 12 weeks, and their systolic pressure dropped on average from about 145 down to 136.
Wow, that's a real drop. Clinically meaningful, you'd say.
Absolutely. Enough to potentially move someone out of that hypertensive range. And from the VTM view, garlic clears heat from the blood and strengthens the heart guide.
Heart key. So overall heart function.
Yes, improving cardiovascular function beyond just lowering the number. It's about balance.
Okay, so how would someone traditionally take it?
Well, the traditional way is 2 or 3 fresh cloves. You crush them.
Right.
And then, this is important, let them sit for about 10 minutes.
Why the wait?
That's the activation period. It allows the allicin to fully develop. Then you'd swallow the pieces with some warm water, usually on an empty stomach.
Okay. But raw garlic, maybe not for everyone, especially older adults.
That's a very fair point. Raw garlic can be a bit harsh on a sensitive stomach, especially over 60.
Yeah.
So in those cases, aged garlic extract supplements are a fantastic alternative. You get the benefits without the digestive upset or, the strong smell.
Aged garlic extract. Got it. Anything specific to look for in a supplement?
Yes, definitely look for aged garlic extract specifically. And check the label for the allicin yield or allicin potential. That tells you how much of the active compound you're actually getting and ensures it's effective.
That makes sense. But with something this effective, safety must be a big concern, right? Especially with other medications involved.
Excellent question. And yes, absolutely paramount. Garlic is generally very safe, but because it's potent, interactions are possible.
Like with what?
Well, blood thinners are the main one, things like warfarin or even just daily aspirin. Garlic can amplify their effect, which increases the risk of bleeding.
Okay, that's serious.
It is. It can also enhance the effect of blood pressure meds like ACE inhibitors, potentially making your pressure drop too low.
So definitely talk to your doctor first.
Absolutely essential. Consult your cardiologist before starting, and we always advise starting really small, maybe just one small clove a day, and monitor your blood pressure readings closely. Keep a log, note any changes.
Right. So what would be an optimal sort of protocol for someone over 60?
Okay, so for fresh garlic, maybe 1 to 2 small cloves daily, crushed, let it sit for 10 minutes.
The aging step.
Yes, and take it with food this time to minimize any potential irritation.
With food, okay.
If you go for supplements, about 600 to 900 milligrams of aged garlic extract daily is a good target. Make sure it's standardized to at least 1.8 milligrams of that allicin potential.
Standardized, right. Got it. And timing. Does it matter when you take it?
Taking it in the morning with breakfast often works well. Blood pressure tends to be naturally a bit higher then.
Makes sense. Do you have any examples, maybe, of this working for someone?
I do remember a patient, Mrs. Nguyen. She was 67. Her pressure was stubbornly sitting around 150/95.
Okay.
After about 3 months of adding aged garlic extract, always under her doctor's supervision, of course,
Of course.
her readings came down and stabilized around 135/85.
That's a significant improvement.
It was enough that her doctor actually considered reducing her medication dosage slightly. But, and this is key,
Yes.
garlic complements medical care. It never replaces it. Never, ever adjust your prescribed medications on your own. That's your doctor's call.
Absolutely crucial point.
And it's worth adding, garlic does more than just blood pressure. It can help lower LDL cholesterol, improve how flexible your arteries are. It fits that VTM idea of whole body harmony.
The bigger picture again.
Exactly, just a quick caution. Some people might get mild heartburn or stomach upset. If that happens, try taking it with a bigger meal or switch to the aged extract.
Good tip.
And because it thins the blood slightly, stop taking garlic about 2 weeks before any planned surgery.
Okay. Important detail.
But overall, its gentleness makes it generally quite suitable for older adults.
Okay, that's really helpful on garlic. Let's move from one kitchen powerhouse to another. Turmeric, or
The golden spice.
yes, that golden anti-inflammatory. It's so deeply woven into Vietnamese healing, isn't it? I remember my own great-grandmother lived to 94, very healthy. She swore by her daily turmeric tea.
That's wonderful. And there's real wisdom there.
So tell us about that wisdom. Where is the science now with turmeric?
Absolutely. The magic, you could say, in turmeric comes from curcumin. That's the active compound giving it the bright yellow color.
Curcumin. Yeah.
And research shows curcumin works in several ways. It reduces inflammation right in the walls of your blood vessels.
Oh, inflammation. That's key, isn't it?
Huge. It also improves endothelial function. That's the lining inside your arteries. Very important. And it helps keep blood vessels flexible.
Flexible, like preventing them from getting stiff.
Exactly. Think of aging blood vessels like old garden hoses getting a bit rigid. Curcumin helps maintain that necessary elasticity.
Nice analogy again. Is there evidence for the blood pressure effect specifically?
Yes, a study with adults over 55 found that taking curcumin supplements for 12 weeks led to about a 6 to 8 point drop in systolic pressure. And it improved arterial compliance. That's the flexibility measure.
Interesting. And how does VTM see turmeric in relation to blood pressure?
Well, in VTM, high blood pressure is often linked to something called blood stasis.
Blood stasis, meaning sluggish circulation.
Yes, sluggish circulation, inflammation. Turmeric is seen as a blood-moving herb. It clears heat and reduces stagnation.
Ah, so the ancient idea lines up with the modern science on inflammation.
Perfectly. What your great-grandmother knew instinctively, science is now confirming.
Amazing. So how about that tea? Or how is it traditionally used?
Well, my grandmother's golden milk is a classic. It's about 1 teaspoon of good quality turmeric powder.
Okay.
A pinch of black pepper, that's crucial. It boosts curcumin absorption by something like 2,000%.
2,000%.
It's incredible. Then mix that with warm plant milk, maybe a touch of honey, and drink it in the evening, maybe an hour before bed.
Why the
VTM holds that the body does its deepest healing work overnight. Plus, turmeric can be quite calming, potentially aiding sleep, which itself is great for blood pressure.
That sounds lovely. But you mentioned absorption. It needs help.
Yes, curcumin on its own isn't absorbed very well, so always combine it with black pepper like in the golden milk or some healthy fat. Or look for supplements that already include piperine from black pepper, or use a liposomal delivery system.
Okay, and dosage for supplements.
Generally, research supports around 500 to 1,000 milligrams of curcumin daily, and look for products standardized to 95% curcuminoids.
Standardized again. important for consistency.
Exactly. It guarantees you're getting that active compound concentration.
That golden milk sounds like a wonderful ritual. But again, safety first. Any specific considerations for seniors with turmeric, especially if they're on other meds?
Very important question. Turmeric is generally safe, but like garlic, it can enhance blood thinners like warfarin, so careful monitoring by a doctor is needed.
Okay.
It can also affect how the liver processes certain drugs. Some calcium channel blockers like amlodipine fall into this category. It uses a specific liver enzyme pathway.
So interactions are possible there too.
Yes, which is why that conversation with your doctor is non-negotiable. They need the full picture to make sure everything works together safely.
Right. Anything else?
Just a note for those with gallstones or bile duct issues, turmeric stimulates bile production, which could potentially worsen symptoms. So caution is advised there. Always keep your healthcare provider informed.
Good to know. So an optimal protocol for turmeric for someone over 60.
You could consider a morning dose, say 500 milligrams of a curcumin supplement with piperine taken with breakfast, which usually has some fat to help absorption.
Okay, morning supplement.
And then perhaps the evening ritual of the traditional golden milk.
Best of both worlds.
Exactly. And if you can get fresh turmeric root, grating about an inch piece into smoothies or teas daily is wonderful too.
Fresh is always good.
And again, start slowly, maybe half doses for the first week, just to let your system adjust and avoid any mild stomach upset.
Sensible advice. Another real-world example, maybe.
Yes, Mr. Tran. He was 68, and his readings were really stubborn, around 160 over 95, even though he was already on 2 different medications.
Oh, that's high.
It was. His doctor was actually talking about adding a 3rd medication.
What?
But after 4 months on a comprehensive turmeric protocol integrated carefully with his doctor's guidance,
Right.
his readings came down consistently to around 138 over 85.
Fantastic. That likely prevented needing the 3rd drug.
It did, but what was really telling was what else he reported.
Oh.
Better joint comfort, sleeping more soundly, feeling brighter mentally. It wasn't just the numbers. That's the beauty of these whole plants, the ripple effect on overall well-being.
The whole person benefits, as you said.
Exactly. And a little traditional wisdom here. Turmeric, like most natural approaches, works best within a holistic lifestyle. Good rest, managing stress, mindful eating, it all works together.
That makes perfect sense. It's not just about popping a pill, even a natural one. Okay, this is fascinating. Garlic and turmeric are powerhouses. Now, you mentioned 2 others adopted into VTM even though they aren't native, artichoke leaf and hibiscus.
Yes, atiso and hibiscus flower, a truly dynamic duo. They offer really compelling research for cardiovascular health, and they've become quite integral to the VTM approach despite their origins elsewhere.
So, wisdom travels.
Yeah.
Let's start with artichoke leaf. What's its story?
Well, a key concept in VTM is the liver-heart connection.
Liver-heart.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Practitioners understand that if the liver isn't efficiently processing fats and toxins, it can directly impact cardiovascular health. Artichoke leaf is brilliant for supporting the liver in this role.
So it helps the liver, which then helps the heart.
You got it. And the research backs this up. A big meta-analysis looking at 14 trials, over 1,200 people, showed artichoke leaf extract lowered systolic pressure by almost 8 points and diastolic by over 4 points, usually over 8 to 12 weeks. And interestingly, the benefits seemed to increase the longer people took it.
Suggesting it gets to those underlying issues.
Exactly. It contains compounds like caffeochenic acids that do several things. Improve that endothelial lining function, help the liver process cholesterol better, and even have a mild diuretic effect.
A multitasker.
It really is. It tackles several risk factors at once: BP, cholesterol, LDL, inflammation.
Who might particularly benefit from artichoke from a VTM perspective?
It's considered especially helpful for people with signs of liver key stagnation. Think stress, digestive troubles, perhaps difficulty managing weight.
Okay. And how is it typically used?
Traditionally, you'd steep 2-3 grams of the dried leaves in hot water for 10-15 minutes. It makes a bitter tea that bitterness is seen as clearing heat, but capsules are a convenient option too.
Right. Now, hibiscus, the vibrant red flower.
Yes. Hibiscus sabdarifa, it's packed with anthocyanins.
Anthocyanins, like in blueberries.
Exactly, but often in higher concentrations, they're powerful antioxidants. And the research on hibiscus for blood pressure is, well, extraordinary.
Really? Tell me.
One study, quite large again, almost 400 adults with mild to moderate hypertension. They drank hibiscus tea twice a day for 12 weeks.
Okay.
The results: reductions of over 11 points systolic and over 6 points diastolic.
That's comparable to some medications, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Comparable to prescription ACE inhibitors in that study, but generally without the side effects people sometimes experience with those drugs.
How does it work?
The anthocyanins seem to act as natural ACE inhibitors themselves, relaxing blood vessels. Plus, it has mild diuretic properties supporting kidney function. And unlike some diuretics, it actually provides beneficial minerals like potassium and magnesium.
That's a nice bonus. How do you prepare the tea?
It's simple. Use 1-2 teaspoons of dried petals per cup of boiling water. Steep it for a good 15-20 minutes to get that deep ruby red color and extract the goodies.
Okay, hot or cold?
Either way, enjoy it hot or chilled. A touch of honey is nice if you find it tart. I often suggest 1 cup in the morning, 1 in the evening. Good for the heart, and many find it helps with restful sleep too.
Morning and evening. Nice. And you mentioned combining them. Artichoke and hibiscus.
Yes, the synergy is wonderful. They approach heart health from different angles. Artichoke focuses more on the liver and cholesterol, while hibiscus works more on blood vessel relaxation and kidney support. Using both offers really comprehensive support.
Could you mix them in one tea?
You absolutely could. Maybe equal parts dried artichoke leaf and hibiscus petals. The tartness of the hibiscus actually balances the bitterness of the artichoke quite nicely.
That sounds like a tea worth trying. Okay, safety time again. Essential considerations for artichoke and hibiscus, especially for seniors.
Right. With hibiscus, similar to garlic, because it's effective, it can enhance the effect of existing blood pressure meds. So blood pressure could drop too low if you're not careful. Close monitoring is key.
Monitor, monitor, monitor. Got it.
And artichoke.
The main caution is for people with gallstones, as it stimulates bile flow. And rarely, someone might be allergic if they're sensitive to plants in the daisy family, like ragweed or marigolds. Okay, good to be aware of. Any final case study for this duo?
Mrs. Chen, 74. Her readings were around 155 over 92, even on 2 medications.
Still quite high.
Yes.
Yeah.
But within 3 months of combining artichoke leaf extract, 500 milligrams twice daily, and 2 cups of hibiscus tea daily.
Yeah.
Her readings improved significantly, down to about 135 over 82, and her doctor was able to reduce one of her medications.
Another success story. So a practical protocol for these two.
For artichoke, maybe 300, 500 milligrams of a standardized leaf extract twice a day with meals, or our 1 cup of the tea daily.
Okay.
For hibiscus, 1-2 cups of properly brewed tea daily, or perhaps 250, 500 milligrams of a standardized extract.
And combining them.
You could alternate, maybe pure hibiscus one day, the combination tea the next, or stick with supplements for one and tea for the other. Mix and match carefully.
Lots of options.
But always under guidance if you're on medications. The goal is enhancement, working with your doctor, not self-treating or replacement.
Absolutely. What an incredible overview of these herbs. Garlic, turmeric, artichoke, hibiscus. The potential when you integrate this kind of ancient wisdom with modern care seems huge. It really drives home that point about enhancement.
Exactly. It's about building a more robust, holistic approach. And to help people do that safely, we can outline a kind of safe integration protocol.
Okay, let's hear it. Step by step.
Right. Weeks 1-2, start low, go slow. Pick just 1 herb, maybe hibiscus tea as it's gentle. Start with half the recommended dose. And monitor your BP daily. Keep that logged.
1 herb, half dose, monitor. Got it.
Weeks 3-4. If everything feels good, readings are stable, you could add a second herb, maybe the aged garlic extract, again starting at a lower dose, like 300 milligrams daily. Keep monitoring.
Okay, adding the second one carefully.
Weeks 5-8. Now you can gradually increase the doses of those first 2 towards the full therapeutic levels we discussed. And if things are still going well, maybe consider adding the third herb, like turmeric, again starting low.
Gradually building up.
Weeks 9-12. By this stage, you might be integrating all 4 herbs, working up to their optimal doses. This is often when people really start noticing those synergistic effects, the whole being greater than the sum of its parts.
That makes sense. It's a process.
A very deliberate process, and the absolute cornerstone is working with your healthcare team.
Non-negotiable.
Totally. Share the research, print out articles if you need to. Many doctors are open, especially when they see quality evidence. But let them make medication adjustments based on your improved results. Never do it yourself.
Crucial reminder. And you mentioned benefits beyond just the numbers.
Oh, definitely. The whole person benefits is what makes this so rewarding. People consistently report sleeping better, feeling less anxious, having clearer minds, less joint discomfort, more energy.
Wow.
I remember Mrs. Patel, 69, she told me once, "Doctor, I came to you for my blood pressure, but you gave me my life back."
That's That's powerful.
It really is. When you support your cardiovascular system naturally, you're often supporting your liver, your kidneys, your brain, your energy systems. It creates this upward spiral of well-being.
So it's about patience and consistency.
Absolutely. Sustainable change doesn't happen overnight. But with consistency, patience, and this kind of informed, careful approach, real improvement isn't just possible, it's probable. Start small. Even just one herb, 1 cup of tea a day is a wonderful beginning.
That's encouraging.
And here's a final thought for you to consider. Your age doesn't have to dictate your health destiny. I have genuinely seen people in their 80s achieve better cardiovascular health than they had in their 60s by embracing these kinds of natural approaches alongside their conventional medical care.
That's incredibly hopeful. Fantastic point to end on.
Just one last crucial reminder. Always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your health regimen, especially if you have existing conditions or take medications. This deep dive is purely for educational purposes. It's not a substitute for professional medical advice.